take a day where instead of making decisions based off of logic or making decisions based off of obligations, try to live just one day based on intuitiveness.
Phillyosophy.
Manifestation. It's like whatever you think is what you attract. And I've noticed it a lot more with myself lately, where if I'm thinking about something positive, it keeps on compounding and building. And if I think about something negative, even briefly, the next couple minutes to that day could be in flux. So if I have a negative thought, I go, ooh, cut that off at the source. Thoughts are like monkeys swinging from branch to branch. So if you can stop the monkey, the thought, before it swings into a downward spiral, catch it on that first branch, you're like, okay, put that to the side. I appreciate life. I have gratitude towards life. I appreciate what I have, and I am abundant, and I am manifesting more. And then it happens. It happens. I swear to God, Jeebus, love, Tao, Hinduism, Judaism, whatever the hell you believe in, there's something metaphysical. It might even be some sort of quantum physics we don't quite yet understand yet. But there's a very real law of attraction that what you think and where you're at is what you attract. So for the beginning of my artistic journey, I kind of demonized money. You know, leaving Wall Street and going into art felt like a big change. And I was like, money's the root of all evil and money's bad. And, well, when you think like that, guess what happens? You don't attract money because you think it's bad, you're pushing it away. Then, in the past couple of years, I started realizing that money's not good or bad. It's a tool. It's what you do with it that makes it good or bad. So if you take your money and you do conquest and tribal warfare and buying material things, it's probably going to leave you empty or negative. Whatever you do with the money determines whether it's good or bad. So that would be negative. And if you use the money you make to make more art and truth and to share it with loved ones and eventually accumulate enough that you can give back to the world, well, then money was a very good thing. It's what you make it is what it is. It's a tool. It's a neutral tool. So once I started thinking like that, now I've been attracting a lot of money towards myself. And it's not good or bad. It's just, the law of attraction. Because I'm open in my money consciousness, I can attract it. It's really neat how it works. And it's getting really fine-tuned lately, where if I'm thinking about somebody in the morning, within an hour, they hit me. If I know something's next in the steps that feel right to my soul, the universe kind of teams up to support it. It's fucking amazing. After, a couple years of difficult times from the COVID and falling on my head and all sorts of wild stuff, during that time I attracted all sorts of flux because I was in flux. So it's where you're at is what you attract. So when you see that happening in your own life, when you're feeling that intuitively, it's another sense that we have as humans. We talk about sight, smell, touch, hearing, all the other senses. But we also have other senses that we just don't develop as much because of the material world we've built on top. Somebody told me the other day, there's some Native American tribes who have an intuitive nature to feel water under their feet. Like they just know where to dig for the water. Because that was from years of living in Tao and nature and needing to do that for survival. We obviously have lost that because we go to Publix or a grocery store. But, that attunement, that natural intuitiveness is another sense that we have as humans. And the more that you take time to hone that or work that out the same way you work out like your muscles or study to work out your brain, you can practice and enhance your intuitive sense. And that's your biggest tool in manifesting the blessings that you need in life. So in your own intuitive manifestation journeys, just feel it. Just feel it. Work it out. Find it. Take a day where instead of making decisions based off of logic or making decisions based off obligations, try to live just one day based on intuitiveness. What should I do next? Then do it. Ask God or Tao, what do I do next? And then do it. And just follow that. And what do I want to attract? And pray and put energy towards it. And I'm telling you, you're going to see the results. I'm now down to, I can't even let myself have a negative sentence because I know that's going to send a little shockwave in this magnetism poem I got going. I don't even want a minute of it. You know, if I have an egotistical thought, like I rarely think this thought, but you know, I'm human, we all have them. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm the man. And then I immediately stub my toe or spill something. It's like God or Tao being like, all gratitude goes to God or Tao or whatever you want to call it. You can't let that ego seep in and you can't let that fear seep in. You just want to have a clean water with the Tao. And the more you're in tune with that water, each manifestation is just a ripple in it. So when you have the thought, it becomes a ripple and then it attracts. So be very careful with your thoughts. Don't beat yourself up and don't be hard on yourself, but follow this a little bit. See how it does for you. I think it'll help a little bit. Love you all.
Phillyosophy.